The main course, the big, chunky filet mignon on John Breech's plate. Bengals, not even like NC State won in double overtime. So it was wild. It was crazy.
The Bengals won in the second quarter.
The Bengals just kicked the Steelers' ass, 24-10. Old man Roethlisberger looked like trash. The question
he should have been in a wheelchair.
On everybody's mind is not for Breech, but it's for Wilson. Where's your tattoo?
I got asked that. I'm in Stanford. I've been asked that question several times, and my response, as you might imagine, Breech, is that butthole Breech won't do his part. I'm waiting.
Well, hold on. So we were talking about an image, and then Wilson decided he doesn't want a graphic. He just wants words.
No, that's not what I said. I said you have to give me the image, and I can either
you get like Ryan M.F. Finley or Ryan M.F. and Finley or something.
Yeah,
I think now you should just get a Ben Roethlisberger tombstone.
Worse. That's
to rest in peace, Ben's career. Let's just switch the whole idea, and that way you can be like, it's a Steelers tattoo.
Breech, you do need to get this taken care of. All right, let's get into the game because this podcast is too long. My voice.
Okay.
So anyway, here's the thing.
That game was never close.
Oh, never close. And Brinson, you were just 12 months early. You say 1,000 things every day, so you get one of these things right. But Steelers finishing last feels like a certainty at this point.
I know. It was a year early.
A year early. They are dog doo-doo straight up. And the good thing for me, like I said this back in week one, or maybe last week, I didn't watch the Steelers game because I don't have DirecTV this year when I was at home. And it's sort of being detached is a good thing for me. I was completely detached watching this game because I was here in Stanford watching a bunch of other games as well. At no point did they have a chance. And Breech, you watched probably closer than I did. How terrible did the Steelers offense look? They look like the worst Bengals offense of the last 30 years.
Well, first, let me say the roller coaster of emotions I went through, because obviously, as a Bengals fan going into a Steelers game, you automatically think they're going to lose. It doesn't matter the situation. Second, I picked them to win. Brinson picked them to win. You picked the Bengals.
I feel like in the third quarter at 24-7.
No, well, hold on. No.
What are you writing?
Hold
It's a small world. Like,
can I finish, Brinson?
Oh, come on, they can do it.
On the Bengals' second possession, Joe Burrow gets intercepted, and I was just like, oh my God, here we go again. It was still 0-0, and I thought for sure the Steelers were going to turn that into a touchdown. It was going to be 7-0. The route was going to be on, and all this talk about the Bengals being good was going to go out the door. Then you know who changed my mind? Ryan's boy, Ben Roethlisberger. Literally 3 plays later, he throws interception right back. The Bengals get a touchdown, and then I was like, there's no way, literally no way they're losing this game. The Steelers couldn't get any pressure, and I know TJ Watt was out, but was that surprising you, Ryan? Their 75-game sack streak ended against the Bengals offensive line?
This is going to be a bad, like Doug Hodges and Mason Rudolph were better than the team they have here, and Alex Highsmith was out as well. Their third-round pick from a year ago who's been really good, but he's got a groin. Everyone on the team has a groin injury. Someone needs to kick Big Ben in the groin and get him out of the game. But here's the thing. Like, one of the worst interceptions I've seen at any level in the last 200 years was the Big Ben, the second interception of Logan Wilson. I made the joke that he needs to talk to James about getting that LASIK surgery, because I don't know how you throw that interception 5 yards in front of you right to the Bengals linebacker. He is terrible. The offensive line is a mess because they're young and whatever. The defense has injuries. You can make all the excuses you want. I'm actually at the point where you need to bench Big Ben, roll Mason, or it doesn't matter. You're not winning with him. I mean, look, Mason or Dwayne, see what you have in Dwayne, perhaps, and you need to reevaluate. So I think we're at the blow it up stage of the proceedings for the Steelers, who've had a great run in the Roethlisberger era, but that's a wrap, folks.
Well, so the Steelers, in my mind, and this is when I picked them to beat the Raiders and beat them soundly, and they obviously lost, but they have 2 things going for them. One, the defensive line. No, they have. To me, the Steelers have two extreme weaknesses in the secondary and on the offensive line and in the run game. And then they have 2. I don't want to call them extreme strengths, but the pass game is in theory good, and the defensive line is good. We agree with that, right?
Defense is good, but if your quarterback can't throw the ball overhand,
if you pull J.J. Watt out, that defensive line is not good, and suddenly the defense sucks.
Okay, but they've had a guy, Allo broke his ankle last week, so he's done.
Allo's a problem. Tuitt's banged up too.
Steven Tuitt hasn't played at all, so yeah, they have 3 guys out.
Tuitt's missing. Allo's hurt, and J.J. Watt's missing. When you take those 3 players away from the defensive line, all of a sudden the defense just sucks.
Oh, yeah, no, that of course. I'll give you that.
And
Oh,
look
God.
at this.
Yikes.
This is a washed up old man. Look at that depth of targets. He's only throwing deep to one side of the field. He's peppering everything short.
And he wasn't throwing completions down the field either.
Are you aware of Najee Harris's stat line?
Yes, 14-14.
He had 19 targets.
Led the team in receiving and
Najee Harris had 19 targets in a game where they scored 10 points. This team might suck.
Wilson, I have to ask you, which fourth down failure, which one made you more mad? The one where he threw a check down pass to Harris on 4th and 10 that went for a 1 yard loss.
Threw to him 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That one didn't make me happy. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. Like, I just don't know what you do. Like, you can't. Here's the thing, and we'll talk about Aaron Rodgers in a second, but Aaron Rodgers throws the ball in 2.5 seconds, and Big Ben throws the ball in 2.5 seconds. The difference is Aaron Rodgers can still throw the ball deep in 2.5 seconds. Roethlisberger is only, and we saw that chart that on YouTube that Debo just put up, he is only, it's Haskins times.
Oh, but seriously, should they play Dwayne Haskins?
I just said, play Dwayne or Mason.
You can't bench Ben, though, can you? You're like, do you think Tomlin is going to, they brought him back. They went through all that hoo-ha. You think they have
he needs to actually really fake an injury for once. Like, fake a permanent injury and just retire and walk
Let me
away.
ask you this, Brinson. If you're Mike Tomlin, who has never had a losing season since being the head coach in 2007, are you willing, pride or otherwise, to leave Big Ben out there knowing full well you were going to win 5 football games and you personally, your record's going to be that's going to be a blemish on your record? Or do you take a chance with Mason or even Dwayne Haskins, who probably isn't better than Mason at this point?
I don't think I'm starting Mason just because we know what there's a Bengals. I love it. There's a Bengals podcast in the comments, like loving Breech's dance party. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that Haskins is having a ton of success out there either.
That's what I'm saying. I think Mason's obvious. He's the number 2. He's the guy you're going to. But how are you winning with Big Ben? Let me ask you that. At least Mason can push the ball down the field, theoretically.
Maybe. I mean, how are you winning in general?
That's the problem. The offensive line is doo-doo. You're starting a 4th round.
We should have bet the Steelers had the worst record in football before the season.
Well, that's not happening.
Their defense, Tyler Boyd's first touchdown, he's basically a pinball because the Steelers can't tackle. There is no reason he should have scored on that play.
He bounced off Melvin Ingram. It wasn't like he bounced off a tiny safety. He bounced off the edge rusher.
I mean, I don't think the Steelers would have the worst record, but it would have been like 250-1.
Yeah, you're just throwing away $10 or whatever.
No, I mean, I don't think so. They're 1-2 with a negative 16-point difference. They're going to wash their quarterback. Everyone the only good players of their defense are hurt or playing poorly.
We just talked about a Lions team that literally can't buy a win. And have you seen the Jaguars play? I mean, come on.
I think the Steelers, if they are 100% healthy, and who knows if that will happen again this season, that's the only way they can be competitive. We saw it against the Bills where their defense carried them and their offense made like 2 good plays.
By the way, this is one of these games where if you're the Bills, you're thinking, how did we lose to these chumps?
I know.
If you're the Bengals, you're thinking, we're as good as the Bills. We're going to the Super Bowl.
Week 1 is a liar.
Yeah, the Jets too. Thank you, Sam Bruce.
Yeah, the Jets. Giants are terrible. There are a lot of bad teams. I'm just saying the Steelers would be good value to bet that.
But no, in all honesty, I was happy for Breech about Justin Tucker, and I'm not a Ravens fan clearly, and I was happy I'm at the point in the proceedings, and we know Giants fans and Jets fans who felt this way for years. I'm fine with them losing. You need to change things up, and I'm not going to sit here and watch steaming pile of turds each and every week and be like, oh, we almost won that game. No, switch it up. It's time to wrap it up, Big Ben.
Ryan, does that mean you're off the Steelers bandwagon on the Bengals bandwagon?
I like Joe Burrow. I like Jamar Chase.
All right.
The best news for me in disguise for you is that Zach Taylor's going to get an extension. So this will come full circle.
Well, after he wins the Super Bowl, he's going to be very deserving of that extension.
You wanted to make the Super Bowl joke, and Brinson dunked on you before you got it.
I will say that Jamar Chase is awesome, and
he set us all up. He said he couldn't. The football was too big or whatever, and he's like,
fantasy drafts, nobody wanted him, and now he's just lighting it up. Like,
it was literally the dumbest thing that people ran with in the entire world.
He said it.
Yeah.
No, he said the footballs are shaped different, and then everybody took him out of context and said he couldn't catch.
This is the Bengals' largest win over the Steelers since 1995.
Remember that one, Ryan? Jeff Blake?
Was that the biggest win ever in Pittsburgh behind
I think that was a primetime game.
Oh, wait, Carson Palmer never beat them that badly?
No.
So let me ask you this.
Been through 58 times today? He ain't making it through the season.
Well, I mean,
his arm's gonna fall off.
That's right. His arm has already fallen off. They stapled it back on. He's out there throwing it with his left hand, with his right hand. So let me ask you both this: now that we've seen 3 weeks of this, how many games are the Bengals winning? Let me say the over under.
Well, they're gonna hit their over on the win total for sure.
Well, my preseason prediction of 9 that you guys laughed at, and we went through the entire schedule, doesn't seem so crazy now.
Over under 9.5.
I got to see the schedule.
I'll take under, but I think it'll be 9.
No way. Are you guys serious? They just beat a terrible Steelers. They beat the Lions of the AFC North.
Well, they still get to play the Steelers again if the Steelers are so terrible. They play the Lions of the NFC North. They play the Jets. They play Jacksonville. I mean,
what if they lose all those games? How you feel then, Breech?
Well, then I won't show up on the podcast, certainly wearing any Bengal stuff.
Is that a Breech original?
It is a Breech original.
It
fit the theme of the night. It's Bengals, and it's a kicker. Got the kickers.
Yeah, 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
Good Sunday for Breech. All right, what else?